especially because I'm going to give you guys some of the stuff I learned at Leader Summit, and I have to be really careful because some things are not shareable. So I have to be really just careful on that. But I want to be able to tell you guys a few things. So welcome. It's 8:06 on March 6th, and this is a Level Up group. And we're missing those of you that aren't on, but we're going to fly through a few things. So we're going to start by what's going good in your business this month, this week, today, whatever you choose. So I will go first. I am so excited about this core catalog. I am so excited about it. I love what they're doing and the strategy that they're doing behind it. And I'm going to share that with you guys tonight. And then they said today on the call that these are like Easter nails. There's so many Easter nails. They also said that Easter is not a strong launch for the company. So we have to recognize that, and we have to know that the company is looking out for us. We have to, what I really learned about going to Leader Summit this weekend, because I didn't go last year because it was in the Bahamas and that was just weird. What I really learned from that is that we do need to put our trust and our belief in the company and in the leadership that the company has. We really do, in a lot of things, and not to the point that we don't complain about stuff or we don't disagree with the things that they're doing. We still need to have that belief in the company, and we need to trust them. And that's a process for me, just because the last couple of years have been sort of like this, right? Frustrating. There's been a lot of junk, and there's been a lot of things that haven't been done right, but there's been a lot of things that have been done right too. So I have made the conscious decision, and I actually emailed Lisa and Angie today, Lisa Schmidt and Angie Polsgrove, and said, I just want you to know how great of a job you guys did at Leader Summit, and that I'm trusting the company to make the decisions for us. They don't need everybody's opinion. Imagine taking thousands of stylists' opinion on everything. Every time. It's like being a parent and your kids constantly giving you their opinion. It's got to get so old, and it's so draining and exhausting for them to constantly have that. And I kind of got a glimpse of that this weekend, and I was like, enough. We have to give them the authority to make the choices, to make the decisions. So that's my positive. I'm excited about that. Okay, Jessica, you want to go next?
So, my mom did a favor for me. I didn't even ask her. She actually just offered it. She bought the stylist kit to try to still help me earn this trip for Jamaica. And so then last week I had a party, a gathering, ladies' night, whatever you want to call it, at her church. And my mom was actually sick and in the hospital last week. She's okay now, but like I feel like I've just learned so much as far as like how to handle things, especially like the mother-daughter dynamic, because my mom's like, oh, I don't think anyone will come, and I'm like, Mom, it doesn't have to be huge. Like, actually, I prefer a smaller group because I feel like I can connect with people better. And so I did it at our church. There were like 6 people there, not counting her and I. And we put the orders on under her link, and so she qualified as a stylist already. So I'm like, she's the first one I have on my team that's qualified this month. So that was really encouraging, and to be able to like talk through those things with her, because my instinct is like, oh, you're right, Mom, it's not going to work, never mind, just don't bother with it. But it did work.
That's so cool. You know, we heard from quite a few people that are just having so much success in their business, and one girl has had like 15 people join this year. And it's like, what are they doing? They're taking chances, they're taking risks, they're asking people, they're going live on their personal profile, they're going live in their Facebook group. You know, we are facing a time when the things that we're doing aren't working. So they gave this image that was like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And that's what we're doing, is we're trying to do the same things. And then they also said, this is so interesting. They also said that 8% of sales in a statistical, like just regular sales, not necessarily our company, come from Facebook. Where do we get all of our sales? We got to change, right? We have to do something different. I just signed up today for Project Broadcast, which is a texting system, and I'm going to learn it. So if you want to go into kindergarten and learn it with me, it's like $18 a month or something. The company is looking into it to partner with them. So it would be cheaper for us per month. It would be like $10 or less per month. And what happens is you pay for credits to text people. And what this guy watched the first video today, and he's like, people respond to text. They open text. They don't open emails. Just because they open emails doesn't mean they read emails. And so it's a process of having your customers get texts from you and having them unsubscribe that aren't interested. And so then you end up with people that are in different groups of how you text them. You might text one group once a month. You might text one group only when there are new launches. You might have a VIP text group. And I'm just really excited about it. And I've been thinking about doing it. I've been wondering what I should do. And a lot of the girls that were there this weekend use it and love it. And they're not fighting with an algorithm. They're not fighting with a Facebook, whatever. And I think I'm even going to use it for the team. Think about it. When you get a text, what do?
Yeah. Read it.
Read it. You read it. And what do you do when you get an email? I don't read them all. I have 94,000 right now unread emails. It's like enough.
I also don't like it. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things because all of a sudden now I'm starting to get text messages from people in direct sales, and I'm like, why? Like, I think I would have to ask people first.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to just
there's a process for it, Melissa. Absolutely. There's a process for it. There's not, keep in mind, like, you're not going to just, like, I get text messages from Cabela's. I don't ever shop at Cabela's. Why haven't I unsubscribed that text message? Because I might need something there. And so I keep it. I got a text message from my boy's hair appointment today. Well, I'm not mad about that.
No.
You know, I think I get text messages from Maurice's. I don't know if you guys ever shop at Maurice's, but I get text messages from them, and I'm not stopping those because I want to know about their sales. So I think what you're trying to figure out, and that's such a great point to say that, but because I thought of that too, I was like, well, I don't want to text people all the time. It's different than we think it is. Okay. It's like us sending out an email. You're not scared to send out an email, right?
No.
Think of it like you're sending out an email once a month, once a week, whatever you're doing, but you're doing it in a different way. And if they unsubscribe, you're okay with it. It's not that big of a deal, right?
Right.
So, stick with me. I'm a skeptic as well, but I'm like, well, I have to try it because I'm not getting people in Messenger anymore like I used to be as much. And I'm not getting a ton from my email. So where are all of my contacts going? And I want to stay in front of them. So anyway.
Like, yeah, because I saw Angie was doing that, like getting away from Facebook. I was like, oh, I so want to do that. So.
And I want to have a really good balance. I still really want to have my Facebook group because I know I get people from there and I get that connection. I know I will have people that will choose Facebook over text, but I also know I have a ton of people that are in my Facebook group that never see anything. And I don't think it's because they don't want to, they just never do. So, I want to always be teachable. I want to always be trying new things. And that's hard for me because I don't want to change what I'm doing. I just want what I'm doing to work. I want to keep doing it. And that
Yeah.
isn't how our business necessarily works. So
Yeah.
while we have you unmuted, Melissa, do you want to share if you have a positive business positive?
Yeah. I had a really good bingo the other night. I always carry my sets with me, and I sold a couple. And just my sales have been really good lately, so it helps me feel good. I am kind of sucking at doing any kind of parties or anything, but hopefully I can get back into the swing of things. And I have a girl that does she does wine at home. So we're talking about like doing an event together, like a
Cool.
small event, like
Mm-hmm.
like wine and mayonnaise or something like
Like
that.
just like a
So
wine tasting, and then they can get
yes.
do their nails. Yeah, that's super
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So yeah.
You know, people want to do something fun. They don't want to sit and just, you know,
Yeah. I don't want to do
listen
a
to you.
spiel. Let's just do our nails. Like
Mhm. The
you know,
company is also working through like a texting party. They're talking about that, like a Canva texting party. So they're working on that. Make sure I set this out. So and it's okay that you're not doing parties. Like it's okay. I hate Facebook parties. I just like
oh, I refuse to
ugh.
do them.
But I gave out samples when I was in Florida to all and actually sets and catalogs to all of the guys at the bellhop station. I accidentally left my swimsuit in my bag and I had to go grab it. And he's like, "We don't do that." And I was like, he's like, "Well, I'll make an exception for you this time, but we don't normally do that." And I was like, okay. I started talking to him about our business, because I'm like, I get it. They don't want everybody like, you don't have to go get your bag and come back and get your bag and come back, right? They don't want to do that. And so he came back. I gave him a good tip because I was like, I want to give you a tip for doing that for me because I really wanted my swimsuit for the last like 2 hours that we were in the sunshine. And
Mhm.
he kind of warmed up, right? And then I was talking to
Mhm.
his other like coworker about the nails, and I had put So Over It on his fingernail, the guy's fingernail. And he was like, my wife, I think would like this. And Norma was there. Norma, who's like our Spanish speaking person, was there.
Yep.
And she's like, she's like, Emily, come here. He needs a card. He needs like a business card. Because I'm telling him about the nails in Spanish, and he needs a card. So I gave him my card, and it was just like I ended up giving all of the people all of the stuff, and so where am I finding new? I don't know what will come from that, but where am I finding new?
Mhm. Yep.
So and then just kind of reaching out and stepping outside of my comfort zone and talking to people
Mhm.
about like, hey, have you ever tried Color Shape before? Or do you ever do your nails, or whatever those conversations
Mhm.
are. So parties aren't absolutely necessary. There are people. One of the girls that spoke, I was asking April because I know April knows her, and I was like, she just didn't really have a lot of content. She had kind of more motivational stuff, but she didn't want to share what she was doing. And April's like, yeah, it's because she doesn't do parties. She never does parties, but she's doing other things to get people, in and get new customers. So
Yeah. Yeah, I do a lot of talking like out, and like sometimes if I have like a really good server or what, they'll get a great tip, but then I'll just leave like a set or
yeah,
so yeah. I'm more of the like one-on-one talking with people about it, and I get a lot of referrals, which is nice. So
great.
yeah.
Pretty good. Okay, Shirley, you're up.
I got 2 sales from or orders from people I don't even know. So
Nice. They
I don't
changed
know.
that.
Yeah.
Instead of giving multiple people, they give one person now. And still based on points, but they don't give like a whole bunch of stylist options. They give like one option, which they've gone
Yeah,
back and forth on that so many times, but
I think one of them might be my VIP group, but it's really
okay.
hard to tell when some people use different names on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, is that or is that not? I
Yeah.
sent emails always thanking everybody, like, but so we'll see. One was almost $100 order, so
Nice.
that was nice. Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, who is this person? But
Yeah.
mhm. And it just, if anybody needs Easter sets, I still probably have a ton from last year, so just let me know and I'll trade with you.
Well, well, that's great. They're saying that the Easter that they made, that they said, this is Easter. She's like, look at these sets. These are perfect for Easter spring. Like there is light purple, a couple light purple. There's like a light green. There's a light blue. I know you guys don't have this, but this is what the brochure will look like. So the spring is just kind of an out fold like this. And then it has the back. So these are, they have numbers on them. So they're like part of the colors, Pantone, whatever those the colors of the year, the colors of the season. So they even have like the numbers or the color numbers on them. And then they have some pictures. It's just a really nice brochure. I don't know if you guys have seen the catalog, so I'll show you guys. Saw my video probably, but there are no clear overlays in the catalog.
I
And
noticed that.
because they're seasonal. Think about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I never thought about that. So that the fact that these clear overlays are in there is really nice. These are for sale. I think they're $3 for a pack of these, and then $5 for a pack of these.
Are those already available now?
They are, yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, when
sweet.
I
I gotta
bought
grab some.
You can only
Yeah,
get
you
2 though, which
Mhm.
I think is stupid, but
Like
they must. I
2
don't
bundles?
get it because it's like $10 to ship them or something. So,
Yep.
I don't know why they did that. They did some really cool things with the catalog. So I want to talk to you guys about that a little bit. They put in the catalog oh, Lisa's here. I was going to tell you guys something else though. Oh, if we were to do Easter throwbacks, they won't do an early release for those. That's what they're calling it now. They're not calling it a pre-sale because they don't want to use the word sale for our stylists. So they're calling it an early release so that we can get them early if we want to. Now, I don't know, did any of you even get the sets early?
I did.
Okay. I wasn't sure how people are doing it. I mean, I can see that some people just wouldn't get them. You can rely on the graphics group. Hi, Lisa.
Sorry for being late.
It's okay.
Totally lost track of time.
I'm recording, so you can go back and listen if you want.
Okay, thanks.
I ordered one of like all of the really just like, I pretty much ordered one of everything that people haven't seen before just to get them excited. And like, I have a lot of VIPs that love to see what they look like in person.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's great. I like it how they brought back some of the older colors. I really like that. I just like Portugal is such a good solid color. And we had so many people that loved that one. Stay Golden, such a nice color. Same with Silver Lust. I just sold I had like 5 or 6 of them left and I just sold my last one. And I was like, oh, that's such a bummer because we don't have that like metallic-y option.
Right.
We have glitter, but we don't really have that metallic-y option. So I'm really excited about those ones in there. They did say today on the call, and I don't know that this is shareable or not, but sometimes it's really nice for you guys just to have knowledge, not necessarily to have information that you can share, but to have information that you can know. Okay. So I would really appreciate you guys just understanding that and taking maybe just like pausing with the information that you have and wondering, thinking to yourself, is this something I should share? Right. But they said that Social Butterfly is not going to be, it's not in the catalog. It's not coming soon. They're waiting for the right spot to put that. It will come back. but not in the near future, she said. So just so you know that. And again, we want to create this FOMO, right?
Yeah.
Like they say,
Yep.
absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? We have an entire marketing team. I know I'm not in marketing. I don't have a business degree. Lisa Schmidt went to school for business. It's what she has a degree in. And so like, we just really need to trust that they have our best interest in mind, and they're getting feedback. They're now getting to be with these focus groups and stuff. And just like, we can just sit back and kind of relax knowing that we don't have to fight for changes. You know what I mean? Like that, I guess that's my biggest takeaway. I know I already said that, but
I love that they pull them off the website. Like they don't keep them forever.
yes, I do too.
Like, first of
I
all,
do
that helps me, my OCD, and I don't want to see these on the site forever.
Mhm.
But then, like you said, it creates FOMO. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I can't remember what
oh,
it. Are my kids really loud in the background? Because I can
mm-mm.
stop them. Can you guys hear them? Okay, I can hear them, but so one thing about the catalog that they did, and you guys will see this when they have the digital version of it. They do have, I think, like a PDF of it somewhere, but they're making some like images, or like they're taking away the sticker part of it. So instead of it saying like it goes on like a sticker, it says flexible dry nail polish strips, stretch for perfect fit, thin strips for a more natural look, instead of saying like a sticker. Okay. They wanted to talk about our patents and how we have global patents. So it says made with globally patented technology, made in the USA. And then another spot says FDA regulated salon quality results, premium quality raw ingredients. So they have these words in here that are really important to our brand, to know that we are different than something else. The last one says instantly dry, no streaks or smudges, travel friendly, up to 10 days of wear. So I love that they're doing that for us. I think that's a really important like evolution of where we've been, right? That we needed to grow into us having like more professional looking and sounding wording for our customers to see. So if you haven't picked these up yet, I definitely would, because there's really some value in this. I have in my Yumihu, I know a lot of you guys use Yumihu, but in my Yumihu, I have a question that says, would you like a catalog included with your package? And I do that because I can put my sticker on my catalog. People keep catalogs. One of the girls actually said, she was talking and she said, when she sends out, this is a fun idea. She sends a package or a thank you. She puts a brownie her famous brownie recipe on it, because she said no one throws away a recipe. People keep recipes. And so on her thank you card, it's got her, Emily's excellent brownie recipe or whatever it is on there. And so then she says, people message me and they say, I made your brownies yesterday. Or they'll take the recipe card with their nails and send her a picture of it when they're making them. So just like, again, we need to become more innovative. We need to pivot. We need to try new things, because if we're not trying new things, we're not growing then, right? There's no way we can grow if we don't try anything different. Okay. I have a couple of things specifically that I want to talk to you about. Oh, and then I wanted to show you, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they have the lipstick in the catalog. And then on a separate page, they have the lip liner, the primer, and then the lip balm on another page. So I thought that was really nice that they really showcase, like, look at how big this page is in here of the tinted lip balm. So it has its own section of the catalog. So I really like that. Ooh, I love that little celebration emoji. Same with the primer. I thought this was a really nice description, because I sell the primer more than like anything else. just so you guys know. I sell it all the time. Prep your pout with the softest silk primer that helps to fill wrinkles and lines. Wear alone for natural, pillowy lips or under lipstick for a flawless finish. Hydrating yet silky matte finish. 24 hours of lasting hydration. Smooths and fills wrinkles. Nice, right?
Can I share something about the
Yeah.
primer with you? It's
Yeah.
kind of weird, but I've been sick. I've had like the sinus thing going on, so I was constantly my nose has been raw.
Yep.
I've been putting the primer on my nose, like underneath, because it goes in, and it has helped with the dry skin and the irritation. So it can be used in other places.
Yes, that's how I got my boys using it, because they both had colds, and my two younger boys and I are susceptible to cold sores. And one gets a cold sore like kind of like right here, and the other one gets it over here, but they're like for sure, if they have chapped lips, they don't go to a chapstick. They go to our lip primer. I wish it was a little bit more boyish looking. I wish it was like black or something. And I have sent that idea in, but it works. Like we just used our finger and got a bunch on our finger and just put it here and then just rubbed it around the nose. And like my youngest son, Elliot, he was like bright red and put it on at night, went to bed, and it was like almost completely better in the morning. It's like a miracle worker. But if we don't try these things, Shirley, like when you had your cold, if you don't try it and put it on, how will you know if it works? You won't. So
I used to get cold sores all the time, and I'm hoping I'm not jinxing it, but since I've been using like the lip balm and the primer, I haven't had any so far. So
hydrating. And
it is.
cold sores are really your body is more prone to them when you're in the sun. Like this weekend, I was in the sun, so I started getting a little cold sore here. I just started my primer, on my lips. So yeah, super good. We did get cheek products, and so they don't want us to talk a lot about cheeks right now because cheeks aren't coming out until March 21st. So there's a date for you. I don't know if they shared that today, but that March 21st is the date. So the 14th is these two, and the next week, the 21st, is the cheeks. What I really need your help with is communicating to your stylist that the Tuesday trainings on the cheeks are going to be really, really good. We had a cheek time from 4:30 to 7:30 talking about cheeks. There was a makeup person there, so Anna from the home office was there. She runs the training center in Florida, and she was like the model, and then this gal was doing her makeup basically. Okay, this lady's been doing makeup for years, and she was like, you guys, your cheek products are no joke. They are so wonderful. So and you can tell when someone has been given like a script or what they're supposed to say. She was awesome. And they are going to have these little sponges for sale, beauty sponges in like a pack of 4. So we need to be on the lookout for something like this, right? Because these are like $3 for 4 of them. We can find those probably somewhere else. But they're the balms and the powder, like all these things, they're buildable. So when they go on, they don't go on really heavy. So if you're nervous about this, just so you know, we have 4 weeks of training for this. They have set this up so that the next 4 Tuesday trainings are all about cheeks. So if you can't make it to a Tuesday training in the day, that's okay, because they're recorded, they'll be available, and you'll be able to know all about the cheek stuff. And I'm going to tell you, we had, I don't know, do you guys know Lori Cantor? She's like a sideline sister for me, like you guys are for each other. Her daughters were there with us. It was one of her daughter's birthday, and they just decided to stay and be there for the weekend, do their own thing, but just be there for the weekend at the resort we were at. So one of the girls was like, I want to see that bronzer or whatever. So her mom pulls it out and she's like, she's putting it on. They were getting ready to go out for the night. So she's putting it on and she's like, I want to buy all this stuff. And her mom's like, why don't you have a party? She was like, I'll have a party. And so later afterwards, Lori was like, I can't believe she said yes to a party. Like, she's really interested in that. What I'm saying is, I don't wear a lot of like blush, makeup, cheeks, all that stuff. I've never used highlighter. The deal is that before I signed up to sell Color Street, I never did my nails. I was never planning on being a nail person. I wasn't actually even planning on opening the dumb sample. Okay? Because I was so skeptical. Those are the conversations that we need to have with our team members about the cheeks, because somebody wants to buy these. There are people that don't want to buy nails. I have a lady that I was telling you guys, she's bought a few sets from me, not a ton. She was the one that was like, she was in bingo last week and she said, I'm not interested in joining, but I want to buy lip stuff. And so I was wearing this lipstick, Noelle lipstick, and she's like, I have to have that. So she bought the primer, Noelle, and Throwback. And she's already messaged me like 3 times about what she thinks about it. We are looking for new people. We are looking for people who want our products. Our customers, they have done the research. Our customers make as much money as people who spend a lot of money on makeup. They have figured that out. I didn't say that very well, but you know what I mean. Our customers spend as much on nails on average as someone who goes to the salon. Did you know that? They buy a bunch of sets because they love them. We are giving excuses for our customers and how much money they will spend. And it's wrong. It's actually wrong. So, I hope you're keeping a real open mind about all of our makeup that's coming. They talked about, and I'm not supposed to say this, Kara slipped on something that she heard, and they're coming out with lip gloss. You cannot repeat that. I'm not going to tell you that. That got slipped at our table. But again, it's nice to know that stuff. It's nice to have knowledge, isn't it? To know. And then they're doing eyes. Eyes are coming out next, which includes, I believe, eyeliner and mascara. How many people do you know that wear mascara? I know a lot of people that wear mascara. A lot. Right? My daughter and I were just sitting here talking. We were going through, I had found all her paperwork from her allergy testing that she had done, and she's allergic to a product that's in mascara, most mascaras. And I was like, oh my gosh, I bet you'll be able to wear the Color Street mascara when it comes out. So super exciting, right? These are exciting times that we're in, exciting things. Our business is changing and it's turning a different page, and I am here for it, you know? So I wanted to read you a few things about the cheeks just because I think it's really important. Ingredient claims: hydrating, skin caring ingredients for radiant looking skin, vitamin E complex containing sunflower seed and white lupine seed oil, along with Vita E berry and raspberry seed oil. Together, it offers antioxidant protection from free radicals. That was a really big thing that they talked about, that free radicals are everywhere, and these are things that protect us from that. Talc-free microfine powder with colored true pigments. Plant-based ingredients, clean, no animal products or byproducts, not tested on animals, gluten-free, fragrance-free, free from talc. The gal that was the makeup artist was talking about talc, parabens. So she was like, you guys, these are free from so many things that are so important to be free from. There's 5 things: talc, parabens, DS, mineral oil, and sulfates. Now, the US allows mineral oil in a lot of their makeup, and we don't. So that's really cool. My daughter has a paraben allergy, so that's really exciting for me. And then the sensory claims is it's lightweight, comfortable application, buildable, blendable color, which means that when you put this blush on, it goes on really light so that you can build on top of it and it's not going to go on like a big streak. She talked about how you look straight ahead and you come from the color right under your cheekbone color back. It was just really, they're so good at finding people to help us with this. If you can figure out how to apply nails, and Lisa can do like all of the cutting and all of the things that she does, you can absolutely put blush on or highlighter. Super cool. So does anyone have any questions about this?
Do you know about is it hydraulic acid? It's whatever the ingredient is for like anti-aging, because I've had customers ask me about that for our lip products, but I'm pretty sure they don't have it. Do any of our non-nail stuff have that ingredient?
I thought that was in the hand lotion.
Was it in the hand lotion? Because I know we have like anti-aging, like branding and all of that. I just don't know if that specific ingredient, and I don't even know if it's a clean ingredient, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But can you put that in the chat so we can figure that out?
Yeah.
And we're done.
And then
I'm just
Did they
looking
talk-
at the sheet.
oh, sorry, I was gonna ask also, did they talk about the press-on nails at
No, they
all?
did not. Nope,
Okay.
they did not. Nope, they just said that there's some more innovative things coming. And the brand rebuild is kind of their focus right now, which is such a good thing. You guys, there's so many great things that come from a rebranding. The great thing is that I need to find the statistics because it was just so good to hear like how important a rebrand is for us. 4% of the total people that were in the study, when unprompted, mentioned Color Street as a nail color brand. 4%. Like we need to rebrand. We need to have things that are going to catch a customer, that like they're not just rebranding, they're talking about our vision, our mission, what our brand values were. Those are really good. The first one is unlimit yourself, continuously push yourself and our brand to be the best always. The second one is celebrating diversity. We are a vibrant and unique group of ideas and people with products that reflect the diversity of the communities we serve. Go boldly, do not be afraid to fail, as failure is a natural part of innovation. The fourth one is be crystal clear, commit to your word and see it through, and collaborate, communicate openly and often. That was a good one. And then the fifth one is dare to be great. Challenge yourself to dream up new ideas and unlock new ways of working. Like when we rebrand, we're making it so that we reach different people. One of the things that they told us was that I gotta find the right thing to say, but like the Spanish speaking community is like one of our least reached groups. So I was talking to Norma and I was like, I've taken Spanish. My boys are learning Spanish right now. Like I need to learn Spanish. I need to be able to speak to someone, even if it's just like a script, to be able to introduce them to the products, the samples that we have dry nail polish. And she's like, I'd love to help you with that. So super cool, right? I'm trying to find this statistic, the demographics. I'll find that for us if you guys want to hear about it.
I just found the hand lotion, the new one it includes multi-hydrolonic acid for lightweight, quick absorbing lotion.
And that's the one that's what you wanted there to be in there, Lisa? So she wanted.
Yeah, that was one that customer asked about our lip products, like our lipsticks, if they had it in it.
Okay.
I think there are other companies that have it in it, but thanks for so that's the new lotion, hand lotion, right?
Yes.
So
Mhm.
our ingredients, our lip ingredients are right on your website. So if you go to your
Yeah.
website and just go Color Street, your puggy
Yeah.
nails or whatever, go down and go to the ingredients and you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah, I didn't see on
just
the
ask.
lips.
You can ask customer support too if you don't want to search for it. You can ask support. Yeah. So the classic catalog, 4 seasonal catalogs. It looked like spring was going to be the 15 SKUs and fall will be 15 SKUs, but summer and winter will be 10 SKUs. So that's good to know. They were saying that we sell 40% of what we sell comes from our core catalog. And Orly says, so she's our marketing person, right? She says, you need to make that so it's 60%. That would make it really healthy for the company, is for it to be 60%. So we're working on changing our culture so that we are that. And we need to follow along with that. We need to be sharing things from our catalog. We need to not necessarily always have these launches. Our customers are seeking these launches. We need to get them used to shopping from a catalog, shopping from a party. You know, what our party plan is you shop from a catalog, right? We're not just only chasing mini launches. Now, this doesn't mean they're not going to have mini launches, but they are going to gradually change and kind of go away a little bit from that. And so we need to change the way that we work our businesses, and we need to work from these things. This is not a one-time share. This is not a one-time share. We need to be showcasing that these are coming. And what are the sets that you're talking about? Are you talking about 1 or 2 of these sets every day until the 14th? Or are you going to spread them out and start on the 14th and then start talking about them? It's just really important that we follow the lead of the company, because that's what our businesses are going to align better if we're following what the company is doing and we're not going against it. We don't want to go against a current. We want to go with a current, right? Hi, Amy.
Hey Emily, I might have missed this at the beginning and I didn't get to see all the training today, but the catalogs, I see them on our business supplies. So that's how we're supposed to order it, because they're not doing those bundles anymore because they did the pre-order. Okay.
Yeah, they're not doing bundles. No. They're switching to do this early release. That's what they're calling it now. They've been calling it pre-sale. They're not going to call it pre-sale anymore after this. They're calling it early release. And so the Connect the Dots was really, really good today. I would encourage you guys to listen to that if you can. You don't need to watch it. She started it and then had problems. And so there's like a take 1 and then like a take 2. So if you have time to just listen, it's a good one. She explains a lot about how they're redoing this catalog. She talks about new ideas for parties and how to, it was just a really good Connect the Dots. Lisa did it and it was very well done. So I love listening to her because I think she does a really great job as a leader, you know, leading us in the right way. And the company gets all of the feedback. Oh, I was going to talk about, there's the party is changing and I don't know when they're going to be doing, I don't know when they're going to be talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it really quick for you guys. So now you know. So this might be something you want to take notes on or just hone in. Our party. So the company has been very generous in letting us have host rewards up to this point as stylists. They're not getting rid of that. But our party plan was not designed for that. Okay. So they've pivoted a couple of times. They're not changing our host rewards as of yet. that could come, but they are changing it so that for only 30 days, you can collect customer orders. And then you can, within 60 days, you can redeem your host rewards. Okay, so what questions do you guys have about that?
So meaning like that party link can only be open for 30 days versus 60 days?
It can only take orders for 30 days.
Because I want to email like, hey, let's have our party links open for like a year, like other companies.
Yes. So what I want you guys to know, and this is not necessarily not shareable information, this is insider information. This is so that you understand the logic behind this. Okay. So I'm going to use a catalog that we currently have, and I'm going to show you guys this a little bit. Is it even in here? Yes, here it is. So you guys have seen this so many times. You've seen this host benefits, right? Did you know that 80% of our hosts are stylists or more? 80%. Now, one thing I've always said is, who cares? Someone's got to get the benefits, so who cares? The company was actually not designed to constantly be giving away sets like that. Okay. So think of that in whatever way you want. It's kind of like couponing. Like, were we supposed to get free stuff all the time, right? Are we supposed to pay for things? So this last tier, the $1,000 tier, when they created this host benefits, they were not expecting people to get to the $1,000 tier all the time. What is happening is that your parties are always getting to $1,000, right? That's their goal, is to get them to $1,000. That's not healthy for our company. I'm saying it that way because I want you to realize that when things aren't healthy, do we want our company to be here, or do we want to just get free stuff until the company implodes? And I'm not saying there's any risk of that. I'm saying that we want people to be really smart who are running our company, right? And we want them to make good choices so that our company is here. It's around for us for a really long time. And so if that's one thing that the company can do to make sure, to ensure that it's going to be around for us, that it's going to be financially sound for us, then we need to support them in that. That's my opinion. Just like if I told my kids that you can't have ice cream every single day, that's not healthy for you. If I told my kids that you need to eat fruits and vegetables, you can't just go days and days and weeks without eating any fruits and vegetables. That's not healthy for you. I mean, would you guys agree with that? This is the same thing. It is not them being cheap, chintzy, or not wanting to give us stuff. They are being very generous in still giving us rewards. They could say, silos don't get rewards anymore. You know, so I mean, again, we're solution driven, right? We're problem solvers. We are people that are have already bought in and have belief in the company. And so, you know, how do we stick with that and support them? Because we're going to get backlash. We're going to get people that are going to be like, well, that sucks. I'm not going to do this anymore. We're going to get that. It's going to happen because people hate change. And they want to milk everything for what it's worth, right? They want to get everything free that they possibly can. I love the idea of having parties open for longer than 60 days. Of course. Yes. I want my stylist to be able to get all of the stuff for free. I do. And I think it's going to be hard if you have a customer that's 30 days, you know, but every other company I've been with, they don't let you have your party open all forever. It just doesn't happen. So companies I've worked for anyway. Okay, so talk to me. You're all muted. I talk too much.
I'm just
Question,
thinking
you said-
about like Go ahead, Charlie.
You said Norma. Are you talking about the Norma that quit, or is it a different
No,
Norma?
Norma works for the home office. She's the Spanish
Okay,
speaking. She does
got it.
she does the Spanish speaking opportunity call. She runs a Spanish Facebook
Okay,
group. She's
got it.
amazing. Yeah, Norma Clark quit and went to Red Aspen. I think Red
Yeah, that's
Aspen
what I thought.
Nails.
So
Mhm.
it's a different Norma.
She works for
Yeah.
Norma works for the home office. I'm not talking
Oh,
about
okay.
Norma Clark. She's gone.
Okay. That's what I thought, because I was like, oh, is she back?
No,
Yeah.
no, Norma,
Well,
I'm trying to think of what her last name is. Find
yeah,
it.
because I know Norma went to Red Aspen
Yeah.
because Oliver, because I followed her on Instagram for a while, and then it went like, oh, my knee plate. I was like, nope, that's okay, thanks.
Oops.
Hmm.
This is what she looks like. That's Norma. You've seen her. She
Oh,
trains
I've seen her on
sometimes.
trainings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I spent some time with her because when we did some roundtable discussions. We had a Spanish speaking gal at our table who was a leader, and she was at the table with us because she was translating and helping her understand. So it was super fun. She's just really, she's phenomenal. She's the field development manager for the Latino market.
Yeah.
So she's like a Jen Johnson or Emily Diedrich or Jonna Johnson. So that's what she's like.
So for the parties, I was just thinking for us, like, we want to do in-person parties, right? So you have hosts, but like, they buy from your stash, and then I'm just trying to think of why it happens so often, right? Where you're saying that 80% rewards is because we're doing it from the stash that we already have or we already bought, and then we're just going to replenish from it. So I'm just trying to think from a stylist point of view, like how we could talk through it, as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Because 30 days goes by so fast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the company really understands how many people use that stuff for giveaways and all of that.
Yeah.
They don't really want us to incentivize our customers because it devalues our product. I incentivize my customers, so don't hear me say that and be like, oh, I do. I want them to shop with me. Duh. But it does devalue our product when we say it's cheaper than what they say, or when we give something away. So we need to just we need to take all these things with a grain of salt, right? Like we need to have balance in everything that we do. And we are working towards a company that people actually want to sell. That they don't just do 0 for 6 months and deactivate. They don't join and not do anything. And we know, you guys, we know that happens. I have people that do that all the time. And we want to take the risk that maybe they will do something, and we know that it's okay if they don't. But what we really want to happen is that they'll join, and then they'll be like, oh my gosh, I love this and I want to share this. And so how can we onboard them? How can we talk to them? How can we equip them? How can we motivate and help them to, and we're asking for hey, we just want the company to onboard so everyone's on the same page. We're giving them feedback and stuff, but change takes time. And I don't know, maybe they'll get feedback on this and go back. We also don't want a company that makes changes and then goes back on their changes all the time, because that doesn't make it so that the company is believable and trustworthy. Like a parent, right? Or an aunt or whatever. When you say it's bedtime at 8:00, and then your kids are like, oh gosh, I can get mom to let me stay up till 10. It's not a healthy relationship, and yeah. I'm working on healthy things in my life all the time. I have something really, really important I want to talk to you guys about that has nothing to do with any of these things. And I'm going to ask you guys to give me feedback on what we've talked about so far or anything else you have questions on, and then I want to talk about it. It'll only take me a few minutes. Okay.
We're not going to say anything because we want to know what you're going to tell us.
No, it's not like information or anything. It's just that there is another group that maybe you guys don't know who she is. Her name is Amanda Simon, and she is a leader that I don't have any connection with, but I really looked up to her because she's the one that has given me some really great leadership stuff. I learned about the book I love. I'm trying to think of what it's called right now. Byproduct, from her. She's spoken on our leader calls. She's just a really good leader. And she was used by the company to do some have a different strategy for ranks and for like team groups and stuff. And I would really like to follow some of the things that she does. And it changes things for us a little bit. It involves you guys more in our like team stuff. She does like weekly accountability meetings like we do, like our level up group would be weekly instead. And I just don't really know how everybody feels about that. I would like to bring in, if possible, maybe another leader on our team and a few of her girls so that we can have sort of more, so this group would really, because I think you guys are really ready for this, it would end up being more like, instead of it being a coaching, kind of a coaching group, it would end up being more of like a leader group where people realize now that you guys are leaders and that you are working your businesses and that you take responsibilities. So maybe, for example, let's say we wanted to offer a night every week. So maybe it's, Tuesday nights, and we want to do like those working together things, right? So like we all get on, it's streamed in the group, and we work together for like an hour, and there's someone that facilitates it. So someone says, so maybe it's Amy and she's facilitating this one. So she comes on and she's like, hey, you guys, I'm streaming this in the Glitter Girls group and we're going to work together. And tonight we're going to work on subscription boxes. And so as a group, we would help Amy because she's going to facilitate this one. And we're going to talk about how we talk to our customers with subscription boxes, how we message people about subscription boxes, how we start conversations and things like that. And then, but then we don't have to be at every single thing. So there's more collaboration, more camaraderie, but also more visibility of people that are actually working their businesses. I can be visible in the posts, I can go live sometimes and all that. And yes, it's motivational. And I know that people really connect with me, but there's more to learn from. And you guys are going to be growing bigger teams. The point is that you guys are going to grow. And so how do you guys grow and become leaders if you don't do? And so I don't really know if that's something that I want you guys to, I'm not sure how I'm going to manage it. I need to talk to her a little bit more about it. She spoke for a really short amount of time, and it was more like a panel. And so that's kind of hard for me because my brain's all over the place because she's like answering random questions like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And, it's like, but I'm going to try to get in touch with her and, see if she can give me a few more specifics because our group has a little bit different dynamics than hers does. And I just, it's not that I don't want to do everything, but I don't want to do everything, right? I mean, I love offering support for people, but at the same time, like I want to come alongside someone else. You guys have been learning this stuff. What do you get to do with it? And then also And it's not to like busy anybody either, because I think that's a perfect thing to be able to say, you know, maybe your girls on your team show up when you do it. And they maybe wouldn't show up any other time, but they're going to show up when you do it, you know? And then just having it so that people know more people, I think is just really important. So their group has grown in so many ways, and I want that for you guys. You guys have been steady and doing this for so long that I really, right now is such a ripe time for us. And I want you guys to be equipped and in the right spot so that you are ready to just really grow. And yeah, now I'm rambling, but so maybe you guys can message me what you think about that when we're done. And we're probably done. My house is so loud. So distracted. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. I know it's not a ton of specifics, but it's something for you guys to chew on a little bit. I feel like we lost Amy. Like, did she fall over or what happened?
I think she was digging in her cabinets for a minute.
Oh, funny. Okay.
I don't know what happened.
When I think of the facilitating, I think of like, oh, she's eating. I think of the party we had with all the customers. Remember, we like rotated and we did like lives. So it's kind of similar to that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely. And we're going to be doing one of those coming up in the next like week. So if you guys want to contribute to that, you can let me know. Yeah, it's very similar to that. And, you know, we all have our strengths, right? And, you know, just utilizing our strengths is great. I mean, even just like she does things like, Kelly France was talking about how she does these working together things, and then she does like a giveaway, for the working together night. And so you get your name in for every message that you send to people about a subscription box, you know? And so it's just like, just some things that, you know, we can do, that we can collaborate. It's really a lot for me to come up with all the ideas because it's just me and my brain, you know? And so if I have other people that we can be really intentional when we come together on a Monday night and plan things and then do them, I think we're ready for that. You know, I used to do that kind of stuff with Kara all the time. I used to meet with her every single week and we talk about what we were going to do, and then we would do it together. And I have to say, I'm not really wanting to right now go into the Wildflowers group because our philosophy is a little bit different on, I'm not dragging people anymore. Those aren't my team members. And so I'm not, I want to give it to you guys and your people instead of bringing our team into, like, our team is just ready for this. We're at this, we're at the place where we're ready to do this. And yeah. So like I said, I will give more specifics on it, but yeah. Like I said, I'm not trying to make anybody busier, if that makes sense. I think it will help us to feel less busy and feel like we're strategizing more with our team. Like, we need to strategize to keep connected with our team, with your people, with all of our people. And you know, it's our job to keep that camaraderie, friendship, all of that together. And I can't do that alone, I guess is what I'm saying. So Amy, your food looks good. Is it pizza?
I had leftover pizza for dinner too.
I made lasagna.
the talent.
I ate like this much of it because, okay, you guys have to come to Leader Summit. The food was on Amy. Like I didn't take good food pictures because it was dark. The food was so good. Every time. It was so good. It was unreal. Seafood and prime rib and awesome fish. And they had an ice cream bar one night. I was like, finally, a dessert I can eat. They had vanilla and strawberry and chocolate, and like tons of toppings. And it was just it was a really fun time. So, yeah.
We're all going to be there next year.
Mhm.
Goals.
Right. And like this girl was talking about how you weren't on when I was saying this. This girl was talking about how they had a panel of people. And this girl was talking about how she's recruited 15 people so far this year. And it's like, what are they doing? Well, they're not doing like things that we don't know how to do. They're just being really strategic in how they do things. And like, I want us to do that, And so yeah. We were also talking a little bit about Project Broadcast. I don't think you were on during that time, Amy. And I am just starting it this week. I have time this week to do it. So I'm starting it this week. I'm starting to watch videos and learn it. I'm not doing any texting. It's a text service. I'm guessing you've heard of it. Oh my gosh. It's changing a lot of people's businesses because they're connecting with people differently. So anyway, I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. So I'm going to go to bed.
Go to bed, wash your face,
I know.
put the primer on.
I looked dead. I looked dead or I wouldn't have lipstick on. I actually looked dead. I like turned the screen on for Zoom and I was like, I'm actually just going to go put some lipstick. I mean, I look put together that's the cool thing about lipstick, right? It makes us feel put together or look put together. When you look like garbage.
Lipstick and the earrings.
Yeah, the earrings. Yeah. Yeah, it does help. Because I actually look like total zombie. A sunburned zombie, but zombie. So. Okay. Thanks for coming. Message me privately on how you feel about the things. And I did record this, Amy. I don't know if you want to listen to the rest of it, but.
Yeah, I probably will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.